working in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had my liver transplant, I had gone for an evaluation, and they said it would be 6 weeks before I would know whether or not I was a candidate. Well, I knew I was.
Right.
I went off to a conference that weekend before.
Of course you did.
And this John Wimber, who was the head of the Vineyard that I told you
Yep.
about, him and this speaker, Mike Bickle, and another one, Bob Jones, they all said Bob Jones was this guy from Alabama who was a prophet. And he said,
love it.
We're very charismatic. So anyway, he said, there's an angel healing somebody in the back of the room with a stomach disorder and a liver disease. And I thought,
me?
well, I was in the front of the room.
Oh.
It's just my luck. So I just said, God, if that healing is for me, I'll take it. So the guys from the church prayed over me every single night when I was there, and I was pretty sick. I had to keep going back to the hotel.
Right.
Anyway, one of the guys said he saw Jesus lift up my side and throw in gold dust. Where did that come from? Anyway, I said, you know what I think that means, Joe? I think God's going to heal me supernaturally through natural means.
Mm-hmm.
I got home from that conference, 1 o'clock in the morning, got a phone call. Pittsburgh Presbyterian Hospital. Barbara, we have a liver for you. I'm not on the list.
Right.
I wasn't even told I was a candidate.
You knew, though.
I knew, but
that you were a candidate in your head.
Yeah, well, I knew that, and yeah. And they said, no, we got a liver, come down here.
Wow.
So I called my friend, had a plane.
Goosies.
I got direct flight over New York City, flew to Pittsburgh, got there, and I had, they had to wait all day before I got the transplant, before I went in, 8:30 that night. And I went in, and they said I would be in Pittsburgh. I would be in ICU, maybe possibly up to a month. And I would be in Pittsburgh for a minimum of 3 months.
Right. This was huge.
Yeah. My surgery would take 18 to 24 hours. And my surgery took 5.5 hours.
She did it herself. That's how good she is.
No, I
She's
didn't.
like, shh.
Yeah. 5.5 hours. And the reason why my surgery was so fast, I had a lot of other operations before that.
Right.
I had so much scar tissue inside of me, they could find no scar tissue inside my system. And so then...
So the doctors are freaking out, right?
Well, no, they're just so busy. I don't know, it's weird.
But they're saying, like, this is unusual for a patient.
Well, when they called Jerry, he thought it was dead because it was only 5.5 hours. And
he thought you didn't make it.
Yeah, and so anyway, and then I was out of the hospital, out of ICU in 12 hours. I was out of the hospital in 7 days.
Stop.
And I was back home in church in 3 weeks. So God healed me supernaturally through natural means.
Right.
And so when you have things like that happening to you, you've got to believe in God.
Yeah, I know.
You have to.
I know.
There's no doubt in my mind who God is.
So what's your opinion about people who, study Buddhism, which I do love a lot of their... You know what I mean? I have books about Buddhism and different religions that kind of all say the same thing.
Yeah.
I think there was a reporter that had a show out for a while, an African American guy who's on like the evening news, and he went around to every country because we didn't realize as a community how we all really want to believe the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all very similar.
Yeah, it's similar, but it's not all true.
Right.
Yeah, I don't believe it's all true. But, and I understand where people come from. I told you before that Christianity is the only religion in the world where you don't have to do something to earn your salvation.
Right.
The fact of the matter is that Jesus Christ came and died on the cross for you. It was a free gift of salvation. Nobody can do anything to earn their salvation in Christianity.
Right.
If Jesus just hands it to you. All you have to do is accept it.
Right.
And when you accept it, then it's
opens up the doors.
Open up the door for everything.
Right.
And Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father except through me. I think everybody is searching. I have friends who are Hindu, and how many gods can you worship in Hindu? How many gods in Buddha? And if you read the life stories of all these different gods, it's hairy. You either read the life story of Jesus, it's beautiful.
Right.
You know, so there's so many things that prove to me that Jesus is the one true God.
Right. Do you have arguments with people, or do you more have discussions?
I try not to argue with anybody, and I try to respect people.
Right.
And understand. I have a woman in this association here, and I thought she thought I was going to try to convert her.
Yeah.
And she told me, well, I found this church, and it just fits in with me because it has a lot of social justice. Well, I'm into social justice.
Absolutely.
You know, but in a different way than she is. But I says, well, gee, maybe that's a good choice for you.
Right.
And she just, like
she's afraid you were going to say something negative, right? Or steer her away.
I think that the Christians you see on the news broadcast, and I think media just gives a real false interpretation of what it really real means. Christianity really is. And most Christians I know are like me. They're like Missy. They're like, you know, they're like
real people,
honest people,
right? Who still make mistakes.
Oh yeah,
and still suffer. And you know, we don't have all the answers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have people in your life where you were staunch atheists and you've converted?
Staunch atheists.
Or
I did have wasn't directly responsible for converting her, but my girlfriend's mother. Yeah. Yeah. I think when she was 90 years old, she converted.
Oh, just opening their eyes to have faith so that their life is guided in a little bit better.
I've led a lot of people to Christ.
Exactly.
You know, but it's
their choice to accept it.
Exactly. And you know when they do? It's a lot of them on their deathbed.
I know.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now before it's too late.
So what advice would you give? I always ask this of people who are seniors or, you know, getting to that point like me, like a lot of my friends. Some people think seniors start at 60, 65, 75 when you begin Social Security. I mean, I was looking up when exactly you're a senior, but it's very personal to people. Like, because as you grow older, people do get bummed out. You know, we get bummed out about our looks. We get bummed out about our physical ailments. And what keeps you saying, you know what I mean, moving forward? Or what advice would you give people that it's okay and it's not all that bad?
I say look in the mirror completely naked and say, I praise you, God, because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
That's what I do every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm afraid my mirror would crack.
No, mine hasn't. And believe me, I've got a few wrinkles.
Oh my God, say that again.
I praise you, God, because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what it says in Psalm 139.
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
Everyone is.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what we want people to know.
And we're made in the likeness and image of God.
Right.
You know, and when we have Christ in us, we have his characteristics. You know, so we have capability to do anything.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's what people need to understand. I mean, you have your passion to work with the elderly, you know, and to speak. My passion has always been to tell somebody, look, you got a dream. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. I don't care how impossible it seems. I wrote down, when I was going through coaching school, I made a list this long of all the things I wanted to accomplish before I died. And I've done them all.
You have.
I have, in one way or another. Like
exactly. Like I was going to say, have you done all your dreams?
Yeah, I got to get a few more now because, well, I do. I got my art studio going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we assist you with any of these dreams?
You can advertise my artwork.
We'll do that on the podcast.
Okay. Yes.
As long as you can teach me how to paint so that I become so famous that my paintings go for millions. Yeah. Okay. And then I can just do this for a living.
Yeah, I can.
Is that a deal?
I can take you to a certain level. And then you're going to need somebody else.
The person has to do it.
Yeah, But there are others who can even teach you even more. Like, see that painting on the wall up there? You can finish that in one day.
We'll take a picture of that too before we leave.
Yeah.
All right, so we have to dream big. I mean, I am dreaming even bigger than I thought I was dreaming after this interview with Barbara LaChance. Amazing spiritual guider, priest, author, artist. I mean, we could be here for days. I can't thank you enough for being here. You've inspired me, and I'm sure you're inspiring all my listeners. So go out there and dream big, everybody. Thank you so much for this particular podcast. It was really special.
She's sitting up.
Is this in the hospital?
Yeah.
In the
She's-
psychiatric
she's
room.